Hey friends, this is Dolany TV. The furnace ain't running right now, so we're good to go for a little bit quieter of an edition as we discuss the later half of the news of Corey Perry today. The announcement's still slated to come tomorrow on the official signing and terms and dollar amounts, all that. That is, like I said, tomorrow. However, we have this weird little wrinkle in the schedule here coming up this week that could result in quite the funny situation for one Corey Perry as he makes his return to the NHL after a couple of months out of action, contract terminated, bunch of hoopla, bunch of noise about signing in Edmonton, and now officially tomorrow being named into the Oilers organization via contract. So that and more coming up in today's edition. Before we get there though, if you are new to the channel, I encourage you to hit that subscribe button. And those of you that have done that this month, the past month, those of you that have listened to me drone on, we're almost there. Just about 400 away from 15,000. I'd appreciate the support for sure. And then we can stop worrying about subscribers from there. 15,000 is the last big number I'm after. And then we can just talk Edmonton Oilers the rest of the season until we get to playoffs. Friends, Corey Perry, right? That's where we're at today. That's the big news. What do we know? Well, there's a Hawks game on the 25th of January. Okay. Here's where we're at. Corey Perry was a former member of the Chicago Blackhawks. Now, here's the thing. Things did not end well. Lots of speculation early on that something major had happened. That was debunked. But obviously still something pretty major happened to get his contract terminated. And every team in the NHL had to do their due diligence. The Oilers were on it like a fly on you-know-what. And basically went out there and did the process and got the job done. We're going to sign Corey Perry. So game's on the 25th, right? That's where I'm getting at. That's the funny angle here is you look at that schedule, you say, if we're announcing Perry on Monday, Tuesday's probably too early, but Thursday, and especially the storyline to get him in the lineup against the Chicago Blackhawks. And what I think funny is could be here is just right, the Blackhawks are obviously probably not going to be too impressed to see Corey Perry's first game back in the NHL be against them. That would be the biggest thing I'd figure. A guy like Nick Foligno might take that a little bit personally, right? Nick Foligno, Corey Perry, rough and tumbly guys. Not sitting here saying that they're going to stage a fight, but sitting here and saying, I could definitely see some kind of rough and tumblies happening between Nick Foligno and Corey Perry if it's just like Nick Foligno going to bat for the franchise and saying, how dare you embarrass us and show your face first time again against us, or whatever the case might be. Again, kind of that old school hockey mentality, eye for an eye kind of deal, and we'll see if that is the case. But I just think that's kind of the way hockey lines up sometimes is, I don't know necessarily if Corey Perry is enemy number one in Chicago. Again, I'm not sitting there monitoring the fan base 24/7, but I assume that some of those players in the dressing room in Chicago might not be too impressed to see that guy again, just for the hoopla they caused around the team there, or the hoopla he caused around the team for that few months. So that's Corey Perry in a nutshell facing the Chicago Blackhawks. But hold your horses here. There's a whole bunch of situations that could play out when it comes to the Edmonton Oilers and getting Corey Perry into the lineup. This was Frank Saravalli basically almost immediately after the news broke, so I'll have an updated little slide here for you in the next one. But basically going over that you could see Mr. Corey Perry in the lineup as soon as this week. Perry's been skating, training, and can play his way back into game shape. That's the beautiful thing about a veteran like Corey Perry. Slam him for what you want or slam him for what he is in terms of a hockey player. But at the end of the day, Corey Perry is a proven pro who can continue to produce results late into his career. I mean, for a struggling team in the NHL, this guy could still be playing for them at 42 years old, the way he's kind of spanned his career so far. So we'll see what happens here. But Corey Perry obviously lining up. The Oilers have a bye week after this week, and after the All-Star break, they don't play again until February 6th. So really, the Chicago game is probably the earliest and probably the latest you're going to see Corey Perry, unless it's after the All-Star break, because you go breaking down this right here, and you kind of break into this here where he isn't a fit for the... Oh, no, that's... What the heck? That's the wrong graphic. My bad. This one. No. Which graphic? There we go. That's the John Shannon graphic. My apologies. Too many graphics loaded up today. Corey Perry has indeed signed with the Edmonton Oilers. So this is the one where I'm talking. This might counteract what Frank Saravelli was saying. One thing to note, the Blackhawks play the Oilers on Thursday. Again, this is where I'm getting this kind of funny how this works topic in here. No guarantee he will be ready by then. So John Shannon, who's pretty connected within the Oilers organization, pretty connected pro broadcaster as well across Canada, sitting there putting cold water, I guess you could say, on Corey Perry potentially playing this week. Frank Saravelli hyping it up. So again, as far as we know, Corey Perry's still not officially a signed member of the Edmonton Oilers, publicly released by the Edmonton Oilers Hockey Club themselves. But again, we'll see what happens here as we evolve into Monday. We'll probably get a more clear update. We'll probably, honestly, I'm waiting to see the update saying that Ken Holland will have a press conference tomorrow to introduce Corey Perry or just take questions on signing Corey Perry. And then we'll kind of evolve into him probably in the Columbus game and what that means for the Oilers, right? Columbus at our barn on Tuesday, and then the Blackhawks coming in on Tuesday as well. I would assume you probably have some speculation on Tuesday that Corey Perry might play against Columbus. Be a good game to get him back into game shape. But I think just the way hockey lines up, the funny way everything works out sometimes in life, it is likely to be Thursday against the Chicago Blackhawks. So again, like I said, whatever you think of Corey Perry at this point, at least give him a game to prove himself different, because I think here's my angle on it. I haven't really made my feelings publicly known on the Corey Perry signing. It's high risk, high reward, as it was with Kassian, as it was with Kane. Both worked out beautifully. Both resulted in good playoff runs for the Oilers, franchise transforming playoff runs or trajectory transforming, right? You think about Kassian in 2017, that boosted an energy and a desire to win in this franchise that we hadn't seen in 10 years. And then, of course, with Kane, kind of that extra piece that pushed us over the top into the arms race of the Western Conference, leaped us up the standings out of the dark days there in the 21-22 season, and then has been an impactful player. Whether, you're dumping on him for lack of performance over the past month or not, he's still been an impact player and a key member of this turnaround for the Oilers this season, and obviously will be a contributing member of the playoff run this year. So 3 straight years of playoff runs where Evander Kane is an impact piece in the lineup over the course of the season. And Corey Perry just gets to add, again, that sizable grit, sandpaper, anger, frustration. Yeah, he'll take a dumb penalty. But with Corey Perry that he's either going to throw the opposition off their game or nick somebody up. I'm not going to say hurt. Nick somebody up because he got greasy in the corners. A guy that you hate to play against, but when it comes down to it, friends, if you're sitting here saying come playoff time and Corey Perry was on another team that we had to face in the first round, we'd all be saying we wish we signed him so we didn't have to face him. So the Oilers, when they make it official tomorrow, I'm going to be sitting here relieved that he's at least nowhere else, right? If we bench him and cut him or whatever the case might be down in the minors, that's fine. At least he's under our control, not some other team's control, right? He can't hurt us and hurt our guys purposely. It would be either an accidental collision if that happened. Please no. But it'd kind of be a situation where for Corey Perry he can only really benefit us at the end of the day. So that's kind of my thoughts. I didn't let you know that this morning. I haven't really let you know this the whole time. But yeah, it's a guy that you don't want to play against, but you're just kind of glad to have on your own team for a multiple list of reasons that could go against you, but also go for you. So friends, that's my thoughts. Let me know. Continue the talk in the discussions below in the comments. You guys have been pretty active down there today talking about Corey Perry. Obviously, that video this morning, thank you to everybody that tuned into that. That was unbelievable. I knew that we were going to have some breaking news. It was going to do good, but we've been kind of dormant here this month in January for big Oilers news, and we finally got it, and we all got to celebrate something today. So 13-game winning streak. We don't talk until Tuesday about a hockey game, but tomorrow is going to be a circus of a day either way. I look forward to breaking down the Ken Holland press conference if there is one tomorrow. Friends, for the weekend, I am up on out of here.